Hello, this is Chris Pratt from Eurogamer, joined by my good friend Christian Donlan.
Hello, that's lovely of you. Lovely of you. You could have just said colleague.
I know, I could have, but we're past that.
And we're gonna. Yeah, I feel it.
We're gonna take a look at Ratchet and Clank, a game about two good friends
yes.
going on a magical adventure together.
Who is the backpack in our relationship?
It's probably best you don't know that. So
that means it's me.
I've completed the game. We're currently on the challenge mode, which is sort of like New Game Plus. You start again, but with all your weapons. And
that's nice.
That's what I want to talk about here, because I've unlocked all of the weapons in Ratchet and Clank, and Insomniac Games know a thing or two about fun weapons.
They're good at weapons, aren't they?
So I think what I'm going to do is show them off a little bit.
That's exciting.
You'll see.
That's what good friends do.
All right. Let's see, where are we up to?
Oh, that's pretty. It's pretty, isn't it?
It's an extremely pretty game. Right, so I'm going to start off with, well, we've got the wrench, obviously. You know, Ratchet's always got a wrench. You can throw it if you like, that's great. But it's a bit boring, isn't it? We're after projectiles right now. Yes. So first up, we've got the combustor. Now the combustor, you can see, is firing 3 projectiles right now.
Right.
That's because I've used it so much that it upgraded. There are so many ways to upgrade your weapons in this game. In fact, I should show you that real quick.
Please do. Please do.
Oh, do I need to go to? Oh, actually, yeah, no, sorry. I need to show you that at the vendor. We'll do that once we get back all the way around.
Okay. Oh, a bit of swimming on the cards.
Yeah. Oh, this is so. Like in the game that I've just come from, I had a thing that meant I could swim underwater for as long as I like, and now I've got to think about breathing and all sorts of boring stuff.
Like a loser.
All right, we've seen a lone target down there. Let's have a look through here.
Oh my God.
What do you fancy?
Shall
I do them in the order that you unlock them, or just what
do
looks
them in
good?
the no, that's good. If you can remember the order that you unlock them.
Oh, do I remember the order in which you unlock
can.
them? I think it was this next, which is the other weapon that I've used enough to upgrade it.
Oh, it looks like one of those things you use to strip paint.
Except that it fires flames.
That would be a bit of overkill.
I like these enemies a lot. They split into 2. It's a classic enemy design, but I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, no.
Basically, this weapon, as you'll see when we get to the vendor and like the upgrades that I put into it, I relied on this weapon a lot because you can spin around like this and it just sort of kills everything around you, and it's really good. And then everyone dies, you get lots of bolts. It's quite a satisfying experience.
Everyone's happy. Everyone enjoys that.
Would you like to know a secret?
Yes. Is it good at DIY?
In this cave, I remember I was looking around for a hidden treasure that the game tells you about, and I just couldn't find it. This will be a great opportunity to show the fusion grenades.
Oh my God, it's like you planned. Did you plan this? Nice little
explosion here. I mean, it's just a grenade. It's not actually that exciting, to be honest.
How did you ever think to find it through there?
I looked on NeoGAF. That's actually the truth.
Right.
I couldn't find it, and it told me there was something there. Oh, so satisfying. So yeah, as a good games journalist often does, I went to NeoGAF and then just copied what they said.
Yeah, perfect. Don't tell anyone, but I think everyone knows.
Yeah, I think they know. All right, so that's us through this cave system.
Someone in charge of cave doors in this world has done a bang up.
Great. Yeah, this is the first planet that you visit in the game after the kind of introduction. I'm not going to be spoiling any of the story, just weapons.
Right.
If you don't want to see the weapons that we've got access to, you probably shouldn't have clicked on this
video.
No,
it's very true, because you're going to put it right up there in the title.
Oh God, there are so many different ways to upgrade things. I'll get onto those 2 things in a second.
Okay.
So if I press the upgrades button, you can see that every single weapon.
That fills me with joy.
Every single weapon has a whole upgrade tree going on. It's
and
not a tree,
hexes. They're hexes.
And they make a shape that's to do with the weapon. So the lava sighter here is the flame weapon, and the upgrades look like a flame if you fill them all out.
There aren't that many it feels like there aren't that many games which are at this point in the series where you're still getting something which is obviously made with love.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, this whole thing is just a celebration of Ratchet and Clank, and I really enjoyed it as a result. So yeah, basically you use something called raritinium, which is a great element.
Where's that in? I bet that's been hard to...
Yeah, don't worry about it too much. And basically, as you collect that over the game, you can unlock these hexes. And the white ones are just like standard buffs, like that, makes your stream of flames a little bit wider. But if you unlock the orange ones, they do special extra cool stuff.
This sounds like a game in itself.
Oh, I'm totally obsessed with this, and I've only managed to really fill out the change to the weapons that I really want to use a lot of. We'll get onto some of those. That's the other weapon I showed. So yeah, that's your first level of upgrading things.
Which already is quite fulsome.
Also, as you use the weapons, they level up and start doing more damage. And if you hit level 5, they become a slightly different version of the weapon.
Right.
So that's the other way that you upgrade it.
That's crazy.
And once you've done that, if you're on the challenge mode, which is this new game plus, you can then upgrade it once again.
Ridiculous.
So my flame weapon could become the Lava Cito? How do you say that?
Don't ask me.
That's
it's
fine.
a made up word.
And I do not have enough bolts to do that.
You don't, but anyway. It's really interesting because Sunset Overdrive, which I loved, the only element where I think it fell down a little bit was in its kind of, it had a collection of upgrades and perks and stuff, but they were just really boring and confusing, whereas this seems like a much more exciting system.
So,
I wish they'd had something like this. I think of like, they were called amps and things like that, and they were just really dull.
Yeah, I think like you can see with this game, like the weapons are, with this being a sort of reboot, sort of reimagining, sort of remake thing.
Right.
The weapons are sort of inspired by the ones in the first game, but also on top of that, they've added a bunch of like cool things they stumbled upon.
Everything they've learned in the what is it? 15 years? 14 years? 14 years?
Yes, 14 years almost.
Wow.
So this is a cool one. You'll like this a lot.
Okay.
I can tell. The Groovatron. See, these enemies are coming towards me.
I'll
just force them to dance, and that
dancing.
works on almost every single enemy in the game. Which is, I'm just going to let that play out a little bit longer. Like almost every, like even the really powerful enemies that you'd like usually in a video game, you'd be like, well, they're going to be immune to this. Nope, they'll just.
It feels sort of weirdly cruel. Like, I mean, like, you know, obviously shooting them would be cruel, but making them dance is sort of. Yeah. It reminds me of the episode of Ren and Stimpy where he has the happy helmet, which makes his friend happy, even though his friend doesn't want to be happy. And you're like, actually, this is worse than murder.
There's wow, yeah. I mean, it is. They do know what's about to happen now as well.
What is about to happen?
There's an excellent combo you can do when you combine the Groovatron.
Yes.
Which these haven't been upgraded because although they're cool novelty weapons, I end up using other stuff instead.
Right.
With the Proton Drum.
Oh dear.
Base level Proton Drum.
No one's happy.
Does a lot of cool stuff, which basically does loads of AoE damage. And everything dies.
You are history's greatest monster.
You listen. You've got to see how these weapons can synergize with each other. Some people would argue that Ratchet and Clank is perhaps intended, maybe even for a younger audience. It's supposed to be like quite a, just a joyful game.
Right.
It's something you play it to have fun. You play it to figure out how best to use the weapons.
Yep.
Like for example, you should always have a Zircon up at all times because Zircon shoots for you.
Can I just say, how many times in The Hague, while trying a raw criminal, have they heard someone saying, "But Your Honour, we just need to know how weapons synergize with each other"?
Well, this one's even
what's
better than
going
it used
on
to
there?
be.
I don't even know what's going on there.
So I'm not even in the, I'm not even shooting anything.
I think this is very classy. This is a game where you can hire someone to shoot for you.
Absolutely. So Zircon has been upgraded because I've used him a lot, as you should, and now there's a little baby Zircon that's next to him. There's a little bit of extra
Hello,
damage.
baby Zircon.
I don't know how Clank feels about
He doesn't
other
look,
robot companions.
Doesn't look happy.
Not best
I think
pleased.
Clank. I think he's pretty accepting though. I think he's like,
that's
amazing. Yeah. This is. I tell you what's weird. Everyone in the office has been going a little bit bonkers for this game, and it's because it's been a while since there's been a really, really lavish sort of cartoony platform.
Yeah, I mean, Ratchet and Clank is one of the few series that has managed to keep going. Obviously, like Jack and Daxter made way for a little thing called The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah.
Spyro the Dragon before Ratchet and Clank was another fantastic thing from Insomniac Games.
Yeah, you love Spyro, don't you?
Well, I just love the idea of silly, over-the-top, cartoony platformers full of collectibles and things to upgrade.
It's weird watching this. It makes me realise how much of how much Ratchet there was in Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't surprise me at all. I'm gonna blow your mind here.
Oh, okay. I love this. I love this one. This one's amazing.
These guys are shooting at me. Oh no! Unfortunately, I knocked them off the edge, so you don't really get to get a good look at them there.
The worst environment to use this in.
Is that an enemy?
Oh my goodness!
There we are. So the pixelizer.
That is absolutely amazing.
Is like the reason I don't use it a lot is because actually mechanically all it's doing is just doing straight up damage.
Right.
Oh god, which doesn't quite. Oh, I'm gonna die here.
I can't work out whether you're meant to think that they look a bit 8-bit or whether they look like they've been on Cops, the TV show.
I think
pulled out of a 7-Eleven after being
oh
tasted.
God, I just got killed because I was showing off the pixelizer. That is why I don't use it that much.
Yeah.
But one thing I do like about that weapon, I think we should show really quickly, is
power of beer and electricity.
Pixelizer. A time when resolution was a lot lower is in the description there, which is a nice little.
Don't tell. Right now, Rich Ledbetter is crying like a wounded boar.
What else do we have here? Oh, this one's cool. The Raptor Launcher. Basically, you highlight all the enemies you want to kill, rockets spawn around you, and then you let go of the trigger.
Oh my god, I bet that feels amazing.
And everything just sort of dies.
Can I actually have a go? That one feels amazing.
I think I just killed all the enemies because it's really overpowered. It's not overpowered. You like with all the weapons, you have a certain amount of ammo to consider.
Story, oh my life.
But that one's really good, and you'll want that for any boss fights.
This is wonderful.
All right, let's keep going. What else do we? What else we? Have we done everything on this one, right?
Done pixelizer process.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Okay. So the Plasma Striker.
How many of these guns had their origins in the original Ratchet and Clank?
It's hard to say actually. I think it's probably like about 50%, something like that. But they were called different things then.
Oh boy!
The Plasma Striker is basically a sniper rifle that highlights the weak bits that you want to shoot at. Like that. Although these enemies are really weak anyway, so this feels a bit like overkill. Yeah.
Says a man who briefly made them dance and then summoned what looked like a black hole.
The Plasma Striker I didn't really use a lot of in my playthrough just because a sniper rifle doesn't fit a platformer for me for some reason. You know, it's
yeah. I get stressed the moment I have to play with the sniper rifle in a game,
and
I imagine it's only worse.
Probably
in real
skip
life.
this cutscene because I don't want to do any
that's
story
fine.
stuff, and probably skip that one as well, and we'll probably skip that one as well. But you now get to see a fun bit in which we slide down here.
Oh my goodness!
You don't really do anything. You just slide down. It gives you loads of bolts and. Oh, you get stuck in a corner for a bit.
This game looks very joyous. It looks very.
It
makes me want another Sly Cooper game. Is what it makes me want.
Actually, yes, Sly Cooper is probably in that list as well, isn't it? Of like,
I love Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper always had sort of the stealth angle, made it very different.
I think we'll probably skip forwards to the next planet to do some more weapon testing. So, or in fact, no, I won't. I'm going to go down here.
Wow.
Look at all these enemies. There's loads of enemies
here. Say one
here.
thing, and then just change your mind. I like it.
All right. So we're on the second page here. We've done the Plasma Striker.
Yes.
It was all right.
It was fun.
I feel like we need something cool after that.
Yeah.
For example,
whoa.
The Sheepinator.
Okay, I'm on board with this. Can I have a look at what this gun actually looks like? I feel like I should.
Oh god. Yeah.
Oh my
once these
goodness.
stop attacking me.
Isn't there a Hearthstone card that does exactly this?
Yes.
I bet they don't use it anymore. I bet John Bedford's just so furious.
Polymorph, I believe, is the ability.
Polymorph.
This is another novelty item. It works on most enemies, but I didn't really use it because I didn't think it would be useful in boss fight.
Can you turn the people into sheep and then make the sheep dance?
That is an excellent question, which I currently don't know the answer to. So let's.
Well, I mean, I have a
look. Oh my god, you can! You can! Oh!
And then extra year of education was
that will
worth
synergize really nicely with the proton drum.
You're a monster.
Which will just kill them straight away.
You've taken something, a really joyous
what are you talking
sheep
about?
moment, and just turned it into unguent.
I can't believe I'd never tried that before.
Well,
Christian Donlan,
let's just say.
it's brilliant.
So does it not
Can
work
you
on bosses?
pixelize the sheep?
Oh,
so many questions.
I feel a lot of these questions were asked on James Martin's
I think
last
I just sort
Saturday
of killed
Kitchen.
it. I'm not sure.
Oh wow.
Hard to tell there. Hard to tell.
All
right.
So you cannot sheepify bosses. You don't think?
I don't think so. And so yeah, I never
that makes
really
me think
tried
you
it that
didn't
much.
try it.
I didn't try that much. I won't lie. Basically, with the bosses, you end up using all your explosive weapons because they do loads of damage. But speaking of doing loads of damage, this isn't a bad weapon. The buzz blades.
Ooh.
You just fire loads of them, and if you're close to another enemy, they sort of bounce to the next one.
Oh, it's a bit like It's a bit like Anubis's weapon.
See how well it works on those guys there.
That's incredible.
There you are.
Look
how many bolts there are!
It's a bit like Anubis's weapon in Splunky, which often kills you.
So I've just leveled it. This is perfectly timed. I just leveled this up to level 5,
Oh,
which
now
means
we're
it's
gonna get
now
to
the
see.
next form of it.
Oh wow! It's sort of
for
like
Doom blades.
Pokemon for guns.
Oh well, I mean, for a start, the blades are now red. This was worth it.
That was nice.
Okay, that one's good. I like that one a lot.
That's fun.
Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, the Peacemaker. The Peacemaker's just like a big, ridiculously powerful rocket that just kills everything.
This is wonderful.
I tend to start most boss fights by firing all of my Peacemaker missiles at them. That one's good. Glove of Doom. This one's quite nice. You drop a little orb on the floor there.
Oh,
and
right,
all these like kind of explosive
guys.
Robots. Although, oh no, the flying units are actually confusing them a little bit. Go, get him, go! They're usually much more impressive than this.
I like the sort of the layer of of actual sort of simulation there is you're uncovering through the weapons.
Yeah,
like the flying
units beat
robots.
Yeah.
Can you turn the robots into sheep?
Oh, I don't think you can.
Yeah. No.
Or can you make them dance?
I feel like I only have one trick and I've just done it again.
I mean, they're already sort of dancing. But I think did that do damage to me? That might have done damage to me.
Well, okay.
Okay, excellent.
We've had enough fun. Is that what you're saying? You're saying like that?
Well, no. The thing is, Christian Donlan, I've shown every single weapon, right, except... So you get all of those weapons. You have to get all of them whilst you're playing through the story. Yep. There's one weapon called the Rhino.
How did you get it?
Which you have to collect a bunch of cards scattered through every single, or most of the levels throughout the game, including the last one. It takes work to get this one. It's the one weapon that sort of requires a little bit of... you have to want to get the Rhino.
Right. And you wanted to.
I did, because it's ridiculously powerful. And I mean, these enemies aren't powerful enough for you to really get an idea. But like,
that looks pretty.
It makes us. Can you hear the soundtrack it plays when it's tired? It's got this kind of like, it's like a celebration.
It's like patriotic murder.
Oh, this will be a good one. So those guys over there, pretty powerful, right?
Oh dear.
Just dead. They're all everything's just dead. I'm just going to hold down this trigger and walk forwards, and everything dies. And then we triggered a cutscene.
Wow. Is there a gun that fires cutscenes?
I think what's happened now, I think I've shown all the guns. I think I've shown all of them because, I can't skip that. I got the trophy for collecting all the guns in the game.
Does the Rhino level up like all the other weapons?
Yes. And also, after that, so like when you go to... so this is already way too powerful. It's at level 4 right now. I've just got to level 5. Oh my god, Rhino Extreme!
Au contraire.
That was a great time to ask that question. So now it might cause a massive explosion.
Okay, let's have a look.
All right, let's just keep holding this down and see.
Oh gosh.
Was that a massive explosion? Everything dies so quickly that I'm not sure.
It's very hard. I think it's diminishing returns when you have something that is so OP.
Yeah. I'm playing on normal at the moment. Maybe I should have put this up to hard actually. Because right now this is that thing there, very very strong, and it's just gone. Like I remember this part of the game being a little bit tricky, and I wanted to go straight through. And now I just walk around holding on the trigger. I'm almost out of ammo, but yeah, you get the picture.
That's very beautiful.
And yeah, so on top of that, you can do all those upgrades that we saw, like that make a shape at the vendor, and then once it reaches level 5, which you've just done, you can pay to upgrade it into a new thing. In challenge mode.
I'm sort of sold on this game.
I have had an absolutely wonderful time with Ratchet and Clank, and yeah, it's just been so much fun. Insomniac Games just know how to make daft weapons, and just like we've said this before when we chatted about the game, but so when you first start playing, you're like, oh, there's limited ammo. I should probably conserve this ammo type until later on. No. Just have as much fun as you can. Just like whatever you think is the funniest way to
live in the moment. Is that what you're saying?
Live in the moment. Play Ratchet and Clank. There we are. All right.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me on this this adventure through the game's weaponry. Hope you liked it.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
So there you are.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Bye.
Are you all sober? Nope. There you are.
Look out for stumbling pedestrians getting in people's way. You've made your quota and a new law is on the books. Great work. Now get back out there. The kids must have some new form of angry entertainment. Violence is on the rise. Lock up those punks.
Okay, I'm looking for angry children. All right. Hang on, I was speaking to the developer before, and yes, here we are. He said I would find a tennis racket.